Hello lovies, and welcome back to yet another video on my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Tori
and I'm currently in the process of writing a book and just basically exploring my creativity and sharing my lifestyle with you guys.
Today's video is obviously going to be a reading vlog. If you guys have watched any of my previous videos, I've literally been saying it non-stop. I have been struggling with a little bit of a reading slump, and I haven't been reading as much as I normally do. For reference on how bad this reading slump is for me, I'm not even joking when I say that I read 8 books in 1 month. That's 2 a week. And February I read 2 books. Like, bro, what happened? Come on. So you can see how this is a little bit unusual for me to have gone so long without finishing a book. And mind you, it is now nearly the end of March, and I'm only on my second book of March. This is the second book that I'm reading. I've been reading this for over a week and a half, and this is how far I am. Look, that is how much I've read. What is going on? Anyway, as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit. It's not like I haven't had time. I've had the time to read. I've just been spending that time on my phone, scrolling, watching YouTube. That's literally what I've been doing in the time that I normally would read and write. And also, can I just say, I started off so strong with writing my novel. We were 2 chapters down, ready to go into the 3rd chapter, and then I just stopped. I have not written for like a week, which is so unusual for me. So I don't know what's going on with my brain. Maybe I just needed that little bit of a break. Plan for this video. Today is currently Tuesday, the 25th of March. It is currently 1 o'clock. I am going to read 100 pages a day until Friday. It's perfectly reasonable. I can do it. I've read way more than 100 pages a day in the past. I don't even know how long this will take. Like, how long does it take the average person to read 100 pages? Hold on. 3 hours. Actually, I think it will be a fun experiment to time myself and see how long it actually takes me to read. In this video, I will also be updating you on the book that I'm currently reading and what book I'm going to be reading next if I happen to finish this one in the time span that I've given myself. I also want to talk to you guys about my April TBR, but that'll be later on in the video. I'll tell you about what books I picked out for my April TBR and all of that kind of thing, what they're about, and if you guys are interested, maybe you want to read one of the books with me, let me know down in the comments below. That'll be fun. For today, I'm currently on chapter 3. I'm on page 70. So for today, I have to read all the way to page 170. That much. I'm liking this book so far. It's cute. It is quite addictive to read. The chapters are just very long, but I'll let you guys know once I'm a little bit more into the book. Shall we get reading? Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of this endeavor of reading 100 pages every day until I get out of my reading slump. Today I had work, so I didn't get to read much in the day, but we finished off yesterday, I believe, on page 170, and I'm currently on page don't break it, 182. So, it's 10 pages and whatnot. And I didn't have time to read at work or anything like that. I got home, I had to edit, I had to do stuff at work, I had work to do and all that kind of stuff. And on my lunch break, I was still working. And actually, I'm very proud of myself because I wrote 500, almost 600 words today of my novel, which is really, really good. But I'm still in a reading slump and I need to complete this challenge of reading 100 pages per day. Totally off topic. This has nothing to do with anything, but I drew a burb. Now, I know what you're thinking, Susan. If I had time to draw a burb, why did I not have time to read a book? Well, you know what, Karen? What did I call you before? That's none of your business. I wanted to draw a burb, so I drew a burb. So I drew a burb. Okay. I will say, her writing is fascinating to me because she writes from a third-person perspective, right? But we're seeing the perspective of 3 different people. So we're seeing the perspective of James, and we're seeing the perspective of Cordelia, and we're seeing the perspective of Lucy. And in each chapter, she switches perspective a couple times. I will say, the story, it's storying. There's a lot of mysteries that I want to know what's going on, and I think that this is a sequel to another series that she's written, like Clockwork Angels or something. I'm not sure, but there's definitely references, because I think this is about the children of the people in Clockwork, that whole series, whatever. There's references to what happened in the other books. I can see that she's definitely referencing things from the other books. So if I really, really like the series, I might go and read the original series and see. But the original series is like a 9-book long series or something like that. It's quite intense and quite hectic. Today, the goal is to get to page 270. That's how much I have to read. It's literally a whole 8:30. So, considering it took me literally 3 hours to read 100 pages yesterday, I'm a little bit concerned that I'm not going to get it done. But it will not be my first rodeo of reading up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. Although I doubt it will be 2 o'clock in the morning, but we'll have to see. I don't know if I'm going to film much B-roll for this, but I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. And then tomorrow I also want to talk about my April TBR because I love the books that I picked out for my April TBR. It's definitely getting to a point where I can see that there's going to be a lot of conflict and there's going to be something big happening and there's so many mysteries going on at once and you gotta figure out what all the mysteries are going to be. Anyway, so I'm getting excited about it. Also, these nails need to be redone. Let's get reading. Hello everyone and welcome back after this brief nugget stroking intermission. Okay guys, so it is currently the next day. We did not get any reading done. I literally just went to bed. Like I filmed, I read like a whole half a page and then I fell asleep. I don't know if I want to double up or take that day as being a bad day. I don't think I'm going to have time because it is currently 3 o'clock. Okay, well I know I don't have 6 hours to spare, so we're still just going to try and read the 100 pages from yesterday and hopefully we get through it. But enough yapping of that. Let's talk about what I'm reading in April and what books I've decided to read in April. So let's head to Goodreads. First book of April is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Apparently this is one of her spicier novels. It's new and it's basically about it's a sport romance and I've never read a sports romance before and I'm excited that this one gets to be my first. So I'll update you guys on that one for sure. It's a shorter read and it has about 4 stars on Goodreads, so we'll see how that goes for me. Then the next thing that I'm reading is going to be The Hurricane Wars. This has been on my wants to read on Goodreads for the absolute longest time. It's one of the first ones that I ever put on my Goodreads. This is a romantasy, I believe, and it's about a orphan girl who grows up and then she finds her family among soldiers and she has a secret. She has light magic that courses through her veins And so basically that's like something that's not supposed to be there. And then she falls in love with the heir. Anyway, it sounds very cute. It's very romantic. I'll probably put descriptions of the books in the description below, because I'm not very good at explaining these kinds of things, but I'm very excited to read it. The third one that I'm reading is Funny Story by Emily Henry, I believe. And this, I actually posted my TBR on Instagram, and someone was saying, no, Funny Story is one of the best books that they've read. So I have a lot of high expectations for it. It has 4.2 stars on Goodreads. And Funny Story is just a romance novel. Emily Henry is obviously a very, very well known romance author, and her Funny Story is apparently one of her better books. And then last thing that I picked out, and this one I'm looking forward to the absolute most, The Woven Kingdom. I cannot say the author's name, but I'll put it on the screen now. One of the people that I watch a lot, she has been reading this series and she absolutely loves it, and she's fallen in love with it and she keeps recommending it. So I've been bursting to read it because it looks like it's going to be a really nice book to read. It has 3.95 stars, so basically 4 stars on Goodreads, and it's giving like Bridgerton romance fantasy kind of vibes, and I'm really excited. It sounds interesting and everyone keeps recommending it, so we're gonna have to read that. That is what is going on my April TBR. I actually have all the books already on my Kindle, but before I can even jump into any of those books, I need to finish this one. So let's get reading. Hello all. So, yesterday I did end up reading the 100 pages that I needed to, although I did end up finishing it earlier this morning, the 100 pages that I had to read. Number one, the electricity was out, and therefore I had no light to read, nor lighting to film, because by the time I got home, it was around about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So it was way too dark for me to film and to read, and my phone was dying, so I couldn't use my flashlight. And it was just a whole big... I'm so sick of this light turning on and off. Anyway, thoughts on the book thus far. At first, I thought the voice in the book was really, like, strange, if that makes sense, because she's writing from the perspective of more than just one person, and it's third person, multiple narrative type of book. And I thought that I was not going to enjoy it, because normally I don't enjoy third person reads at all. But the more I kept reading it, the more I like... There isn't just one main character. There's many main characters. And you get attached to all of them in a certain way. And there's so many twists in this book. There's so many secrets. You know what one person is hiding from the other. You kind of get the full picture. All the characters don't really know what's going on. They have to kind of piece it together themselves, which is really, really nice to read and interesting. I quite like it. I didn't think I would, but I really am enjoying reading it. And the romances in this book are... top tier. I love me a good slow burning romance, and I imagine because it's a 3-part series, it's going to be fire. It's going to take forever for them to get together, but I like that. I enjoy that. I don't want them to be together at the beginning of the first, book. Yesterday I got up to page 270. Today we are reading up to page 370, and I'm currently on page 336. This is how much I have to read. I think my favorite character thus far is definitely Matthew. even though he's a bit of a drunkard. Yeah. So, let's get reading. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my stupid little video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are enjoying this content and you would like to see more, I am also currently in the process of writing a book, and I've been sharing my story on here. I also do a lot of creative things, and I love vlogging and doing all of that kind of stuff and just sharing my life. Basically anything that's creative, I want to do it. So that's what this channel is about. And I'm, as I said, currently writing a novel. So if you guys want to check any of those videos out, I'll link them up in the cards for you now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!